Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Let me type. Hey, welcome. Y'all come in. How y'all day going? I am going to pin who we're going live with. Okay. Hey y'all. How y'all doing? Typing sideways is so ghetto. Hey y'all, we're gonna get started in just a second. I am pinning what we are talking about today. For those of y'all that don't know, we are going live with Goddess Detox today. We are officially launching our second virtual cruise, and I'm super excited. We had a lot of fun on the first virtual cruise. We gave away over $1,000 over the 7 days that we did the virtual cruise. We played games. Y'all definitely taught me something. And so, you know what? We said we wanted to run it back again. We wanted to link up with some female bosses this time. And so we are really excited to go live with Goddess Detox. I see she just joined. So we're going to be talking about vaginal steams. We're going to be talking about how we can be a selfish babe. We're going to be talking about self-love, which you know I am big on. I'm all about empowering women through swimwear to reclaim their confidence. So I think what better way to be confident than to take care of our woman parts. So I'm excited because I have heard so many different myths about Goddess Detox and maybe even created some of my own. And so, I'm excited to get into this conversation so she could set the record straight for us. I actually ordered vaginal steam herbs from Goddess Detox on Sunday. I thought they were going to be here now, but they're actually out for delivery. I ordered them on Saturday and they were shipped on Sunday. They're already out for delivery. So they definitely are shipping quite fast. Okay, now that I got that done. Now, y'all heard me say I was typing sideways, so if you see a typo, retype it for your girl and so I can pin it, okay? Thank you, Fox. I love y'all so much. Okay, so let's go live with Goddess Detox. For those of y'all that don't know, I am Christina Howell. I am the CEO and founder of Curvy Fox. Curvy Fox is a luxury swimwear line. We are all about making you feel comfortable and confident when you are enjoying life's adventures. So today we're going live with Goddess Detox, a female wellness brand, and she's going to be talking to us about vaginal steams and her Selfish Babes app. So let's welcome her to the live. Okay, it's connecting. On the first virtual cruise. Hey, Fox. How are
Hey,
you?
how are you? I'm well. I'm gonna add one more book so that I can move this up nicely.
Okay.
Make sure y'all can see my face. All right, can you see me good?
Yes, we can see you.
All right, wonderful.
And I'm sorry, y'all. It looks like we're in different orientations. So I'm going to try to flip my phone so
Yeah,
that I can.
I'm vertical like this.
Yes, and I'm like this. So I'm on a stand. I'm going to try to see if I can flip it without going crazy.
No problem. Hey,
Hey,
beautiful
y'all.
Detox Babes joining. Okay, we're gonna get it started real quick. Join. Let your friends know we're going live because we do have some money to give away as well. Okay, so
Yes. Can you turn your volume up just a little bit?
yes. What about now?
I can hear you a little bit better. Y'all,
Okay.
give us a thumbs up if you can hear both of us.
Can you hear us?
Yes, we got some people coming in. Hey, y'all.
Can you hear us, Boo?
Okay, I got a thumbs up. I see a
Okay,
thumbs
good.
up. Okay, cool. Y'all can hear us.
Okay, cool. All right, what about now?
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure. I'm like, oh, I may have to hold my phone the whole time.
No,
So
you're good. You're
good.
good. Looks like we got some more thumbs up so they can hear us well. So thank you for joining us for Wellness Wednesday. As I mentioned to everyone that was on before, I actually wanted to kind of talk about some of the myths around vaginal steams.
Yeah.
Maybe even some that I've created in my own head about what a vaginal steam is. But before we get into that, can you introduce us to your brand, Goddess Detox?
Yes. Hello, beautiful ladies of the Curvy Fox gang. My name is Vanessa White, but I go by OlanikeeOsi. And Goddess Detox is a woman's holistic feminine brand. And for me, what I'm really about teaching through Goddess Detox is providing self-love inspired products for women to help them physically, spiritually, and emotionally detox. So right now we have our Goddess Vaginal Detox Pearls, which are very, very popular, which is an herbal all-natural vaginal suppository that is inserted into the vagina. And then we have our in-home Queen's Vaginal Steaming Set, which is a vaginal steam with the herbs as well as the seat that is very, very convenient so women can sit and be able to steam without having something big and bulky, without plugging anything in, and so that they can do that in 20 minutes or less. And so for me, it's always having products that are bringing it back to self-love.
Okay. And so with the vaginal steam, so I was telling them I actually ordered on Saturday, and the items already shipped out on Sunday, and looks like they're out for delivery right now. I was hoping that I was going to have them in time for the live so we can kind of like look at the product. And
I got them right here, baby.
Well, look, she's ready. She is ready for us. I love a prepared fox. I love a prepared fox.
Yeah, so we literally sold out of our vaginal steam. More is on the way, and so we'll have a pre-order. But I'm so glad that you were able to get it right before it sold out, because we're not shipping anything in terms of the vaginal steam until like May 1st.
Okay.
But this is the packaging for the Queen's Throne.
Okay. Now that was sold out when I went online to order. That was already gone. And
this is the Queen's Steam, which is just the herbs.
Okay.
So when one gets the Queen's Throne, this is how the seat looks. It's the throne right here.
Okay.
And what women can place on top of their toilet or in any quiet space in their room, so that they can add the herbs and the hot water and sit over it with a towel or a long skirt or dress so they can start their steaming. And the reason we have this, and the reason we have purple, is because purple represents royalty. And so we do call it the Queen's Throne and Queen's Steam for a reason, because we want to make sure that all of our goddesses know that they are royal. And also it's very convenient, because a lot of women have told me, even from what I've seen, a lot of, there's a lot of vaginal steaming spas. And so it's like either you have to go somewhere to get your vaginal steam, or you buy something big and bulky to do your vaginal steam. Or sometimes you're like, I don't really want to do it in the bathroom. And I'm totally okay with that. You don't have to do it in the bathroom.
Right.
So get in and dive in about vaginal steaming, because a lot of ladies still don't know about it. It's becoming more popular, but I know a lot of ladies still don't know about it or understand the benefits.
Right. So I know for me, like when I see the throne, and I know my customers, we are big, beautiful women, you know, so how many pounds can the throne hold? Like if I didn't want to do it on my toilet, can I realistically, as a big girl, do it in the living room or in my room?
I want to say realistically, yes. Do I have an amount? I don't, because I haven't gotten like feedback, hey, I used this and it didn't work out for me in this way. Like I have that, but I have had some influencers of women who would identify as like maybe being a bigger woman, but usually they've done it on their toilet seat. So they placed this on their toilet seat and then sat. And so if you know of any women that want this, to try it out, because I don't mind doing that just to see the weight amount, and you're getting it as well. So try it out for me and let me know. I don't have a specific weight to say, but as of right now, I haven't gotten any complaints about bigger women using it and saying, oh, it's not working out for me,
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I always gotta make sure I ask for my girls, because we gotta make sure it's fat girl friendly. But I'm excited to try it. I think for me, One of the things was the fact that every time I heard about it, it was always from an expensive spa. And as a single mom and entrepreneur, I'm like, I don't really want to go spend $150 or something like that to test out to see if this works. But I've heard some of the benefits, like it can assist with cramps, and if you're someone who has a heavy flow and things like that. But can you give us the honest truth? Like, what does the vaginal steam really assist us with?
Yeah, I kind of want to take it back first and take it back first because I can't talk about the benefits, and the benefits are great, and we're going to get into that. But I just kind of want to talk about the historical background when it comes to vaginal steaming. And so a lot of Caribbean cultures, like I'm personally Jamaican, my family's Jamaican, and Caribbean cultures, Latin cultures, and Asian cultures, a lot of the Eastern world, a lot of women in indigenous culture, indigenous, when I say indigenous, I mean first people of the world, have practiced vaginal steaming, or AKA yoni steaming. Yoni is just another word for vagina, and it's in Sanskrit. So you may hear yoni steaming or vaginal steaming. It is not anything new. It is not a new practice. It's been done for years and years and years. But if we were going to take vaginal steaming and bring it to the modern world, which is what Goddess Detox is doing, we also have to talk about having it compete with like the gynecologist and their personal training. Because when you talk to your gynecologist, they're probably not going to recommend you vaginal steam. And I'm not that to scare women. I'm just saying that that is the honest answer. They probably would not recommend it because they're not trained to do that. They're not usually trained to recommend herbal remedies. They're trained to recommend what they're trained to do.
And what makes money.
Yes. One day I do foresee gynecologists recommending these things along with other things that they recommend. So one day I see an infusion of holistic practice. Now, what is vaginal steaming? Vaginal steaming is when you have a pot of hot water and you add some herbs into that hot water, and then women sit over that pot after it's cooled down a bit. Now the steam that's rising up now has the medicinal properties of the herbs that have been added. And so as the woman is sitting over the throne or over the seat, there's no underwear on, so she is naked from the bottom down. Covering herself with a towel or has a long skirt on because she's retaining that steam and retaining that heat within her vagina. That steam and the medicinal properties of the herb is now in the vagina going into the womb area. A lot of the herbs that we have in our queen steam, as well as anybody else that's selling vaginal steam, they're using specific herbs for specific reasons, right? Even when you're going to the yoni spas, they're using specific herbs for specific reasons. A lot of women have found that vaginal steaming has helped add in blood flow circulation within the womb area. Many women are suffering with a lot of vaginas and wombs that don't have a lot of circulation going on there. It's stagnant. So the blood is not flowing there. The blood is not flowing, and therefore we have fibroids, PCOS, hormonal changes, different things like that. And so when you are adding the vaginal steam and adding those herbal benefits, what you're going to get is you're going to get more blood flow. So with our Queen's vaginal steam, a lot of women have found that able to have more natural lubrication because a lot of women suffer from vaginal dryness. And when you're adding that steam and you're adding in that moisture as well as the herbal benefits, you're going to have more movement in your womb area. That's going to add more lubrication. In my packaging, I say you may get horny, and I just say that because that's also what. And I like to be blunt.
Yes, let's put out all disclaimers.
I like to be blunt what it is.
Yes.
That someone have reduced menstrual cramping. So when they do get their cycle, I usually say it's nice to steam at least 1 to 2 weeks before your cycle, or even a few days before your cycle, because you reduce cramping. Some women that have pain when it comes to PCOS and endometriosis, reduced pain. Many women that are trying to conceive and get pregnant who have been told, hey, I couldn't get pregnant, have used the Queen steam, again, adding that blood flow to the womb area and now able to conceive. Now, this is not something that we can say is a guarantee, like if you vaginal steam, these is guarantee what's going to happen, but it is something that we have seen from a lot of the women, a lot of our Goddess Detox bays that order. Now with vaginal steaming, I recommend it a lot to women who want to have a closer connection to their womb area. A lot of have had past sexual trauma and a lot of trauma when it comes to the woman, the vagina, and they have not reflected on that or released that. And so that's why we say, hey, you can use our Queen's Vaginal Steam to connect with your vagina. We have affirmations towards your vagina, which I call yoni affirmations. And you can also detox your ex. Now, I've been talking about detoxing your S when it comes to the Goddess Vaginal Detox Pearls, but I also talk about it with the Queen's Vaginal Steam. And the reason I say this again, when we have, a lot of it goes back to energy practice as well as spiritual practice, because I'm a very spiritual woman. And so the herbs carry an energetic vibration. Whatever you're saying when you are speaking, especially with intention, has an energetic vibration. And so if you are speaking these words of affirmation and prayer into your vaginal steam, or meditating on them in your intention while you are steaming and opening up your vagina, which is a wonderful portal of information, because your vagina connects to your crown chakra and connects to source, whomever it is that you believe in or don't believe in, but connects to source. So a lot of women are able to bring down information when they are vaginal steaming and connecting with their womb and their vagina. But again, women are not taught this because we're not taught this. A lot of people are not looking into holistic medicine. It's becoming a lot more popular now, which I'm so happy to see. But a lot of people don't just think, oh, I just have a vagina, or I just have a womb, and it's more than that. Your vagina is a portal. And so when I talk about sexual trauma and I talk about detoxing your ex, I'm saying that when you are sexually engaging with another person, you are exchanging sexual energy. As a woman, we have the womb, we have the vagina, and if you've had a hysterectomy, you can still vaginal steam, and you still have the spirit of your womb within you. And so when you are exchanging sexual energy, you need to release that, because as women, we receive, we take in. And so in order to release that, if your intention was, hey, I want to detox so-and-so or release this sexual tie from this person, you're going to meditate that, your intention, and you're going to speak that. And that is what's going to happen, because not only with the Goddess Vaginal Detox Pearls, but also with the Queen Steam, I've had many women tell me after they have used our products, they have had dreams of their exes packing up and leaving. And that goes to just show you the energetic exchange. Whenever anybody spiritual practices, it doesn't matter. I want women to know that we have a lot of power, and we need to start using our power. And so when women tell me that they have dreams of their exes packing up and leaving, that shows to me that there is some shift that has taken place, especially when a woman is ready to release something toxic and traumatic out of her life. And so not only has vaginal steaming been done for holistic practices, and when I say holistic, I mean the physical, the spiritual, and the emotional, right? It's not just a physical thing. We're not just talking about something physical. We're talking about the spiritual and the emotional, because we hold on to a lot of stuff. And so for me, when it comes to vaginal steaming, it's connecting everything together, especially when it comes to products from Goddess Detox. So that's like vaginal steaming and why it's important. And for me, I really like vaginal steaming because it really is 20 minutes or less at a time. You know, some people look at our Goddess Vaginal Detox Pearls, which is a lot longer and intense cleanse. If you want something deeper, try that. But when it comes to like time, a lot of women are like, oh, I don't have the time, I don't have the time. Well, right now you're on quarantine, and so now you have the time, and I like to say quarantine and steam, because literally it's 20 minutes, especially with moms, right? Even with moms. So I can't say or like legally recommend this, but back in the day, after moms would have their children, they would do a vaginal steam to release their womb as well, to release the stuff that's still in their womb. Women that have had miscarriages, women that have had abortions, vaginal steaming is very good for you. But I always recommend women, especially after they've had their child, to talk to their midwife or their doula, because they'll have a lot more information on when they can actually steam. Because I say 3 months or more after having your child, and not when breastfeeding, but some doulas would recommend earlier, because back in the day we used to do it a lot earlier after childbirth. I just can't legally recommend that, and I always tell women, hey, talk to your midwife or talk to your doula, because a lot of women have done that back in the day. But for me, vaginal steaming is about connection, especially during this time. A lot of women are home with their children, and so right. So it's like, if you can make 20 minutes a day, you know, to just, I go into the bathroom because I find it convenient. Sometimes I'm on the floor, but I like the bathroom because it's just convenient. I just got to get a towel. I'll light some incense. I'll play like a mantra that I'll find on YouTube, or sometimes I'll sit in silence, and sometimes I'll say affirmations, or I'm just there and I'm connecting with my womb, or I'll try something called yoni breathing, which I've discussed back in my YouTube video. But yoni breathing is when you're imagining breath going into your vagina and coming out of your vagina. But that's another great way to connect the vagina with your crown chakra and connecting to source information. And so again, I'm just all about women understanding their own power. And so now we do have a lot of two major vaginal products. We will be expanding into other products, but right now that is what we do offer.
Okay, the vaginal steam and the vaginal pearls.
Yes.
And so you said a lot of things, and I think that hits on some of the myths maybe I've created in myself or in my own mind, or things that I've heard about vaginal steaming. And I know in talking to other people who are like-minded like me, you know, we kind of have, like, for instance, for me, I believe in Christ. I believe in the blood of Jesus. Yes. So, you know, when I think of like vaginal steams, or when you hear words like, and I'm going to butcher it, so I'm not even going to try with this Texas slang of mine. But when you think of just like people who are more spiritual versus people who, I'm not going to say that I'm religious, because I don't believe in, I have to go to church every Sunday in order to have a relationship with God. Actually, my safe place is my bathroom. So I do my prayer time in the bathroom. I do my worship time in the bathroom. So for me, the bathroom is a safe place. But when I think of products like the vaginal steams and like people like lighting incense and things like that, it's so foreign to me as somebody who grew up in a Christian household. So how do we open ourselves up and not feel like, oh Lord, we open ourselves up to other spirits and things like that, but you know, we're still being open-minded to releasing ourselves and empowering ourselves through steaming?
Okay, so I think that you're a spiritual woman, and I want to just say this, like, spirituality doesn't mean not of God, right? I think for me, spirituality is whatever you make it. And so for you, if that is, you know, believing in Jesus and God and praying in your bathroom, then that is your spiritual practice. That's God, but that's you. For me, spirituality is what you do for you that feels good for you, that connects you. That's what it is for me, point blank, period. And so now when it comes to things like incense and like vaginal steaming, again, vaginal steaming is an indigenous practice of women honoring their vagina. I'm going to say it again, an indigenous practice of women honoring their vagina. So when I think of this, how is it that me as my woman self honoring my vagina, how is that me being disconnected from what I believe in? So if I connect with Jesus and I connect with God, why is it that when I think of vaginal steaming that I feel that that may be not of God? That's a question.
So I think, like, I don't think it means that it's not of God, but I think that's just the myth that I put around it, that that's not something for me because I believe in God. And so even in getting ready for, you know, this live and reaching out and wanting to have a conversation, that's what I wanted to break down, because I want to be whole. I want to be cleansed of all past relationships, you know, because I want healthy relationships in the future. So I think for me, the first step was like, hey, I want to have a conversation with Goddess Detox and get the real about what a vaginal steam is, because I don't know. I mean, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm opening myself up, but open myself up for what? You know?
So I'm gonna answer this. I just want to answer the Ash Marie's question. Does it help with clotting? If you have old blood clots in your womb that have not been removed, vaginal steaming or the Goddess Detox Pros can both help with that. Again, because they're adding blood circulation into your womb, helping to expel old blood clots. A lot of women have showed me very detailed pictures of old blood clots coming from their vagina. So for me, this is my thing.
Somebody said, girl, use the product. Girl, I ordered the product, and I'm like looking for UPS out the window right now. I want to try this. Like, when I say, like, if anybody that knows me, like, I'm open, you know? sometimes I find myself being a little taken aback, and I'll be like, maybe that's not for me. But then I'm the type of person, I'm going to push myself beyond that and say, you know what, let me try it, and then say it's not for me. So I am waiting on my products. Like, I'm literally have the blinds open right now looking for UPS to pull up, because I want to try this tonight, because we want to give you guys a blog tomorrow about our experience. Not only am I going to try it, but Takora, who is on the Curvy Fox team, is going to try it as well. I ordered it. Hers is going directly to her house, so she doesn't have to wait for me to give it to her. And we're both going to try them tonight, so we can let you guys know our review on the Curvy Fox blog tomorrow.
Armani, no, we do not have a storefront. So now, for me, this is what I say. For me, this is my perspective, and I'm going to give my perspective, and then I'm going to give you a perspective that maybe be able to integrate. I'm not Christian at all.
Right.
I'm a creator. I believe in honoring my ancestors. So I'm very big on ancestor veneration, which is honoring my ancestors. And I'm very big on honoring what we call the Orisha. Orisha are natures of spirit. Spirit of nature. And so this is how I look at it, right? When I think about God, or when I think about the creator, I don't necessarily think of a guy. I think of a feminine aspect and a masculine aspect.
Right.
Both, right? And so for me, if I'm talking about, quote unquote, an Orisha called Oshun, which is a goddess of love, fertility, love, success, and money, that's Oshun's energy, right? That for me is an aspect of the creator. That for me is an aspect of God. Because even when we talk about ourselves, we have different faces and we have different aspects within us.
Right.
So if I talk about the creator, that's different aspects coming through. If I'm having a rough situation, I'm having an obstacle in my life, and I need that obstacle removed, I'm going to call on the spirit of Ogun. And what does that mean? Ogun is a warrior that cuts away obstacles. God, same thing, the creator can do the same thing. For me, I focus on the different aspects of God and their nature. So for me, when I say, what's church for me? Church for me is outside in nature. That's how I see the creator in different aspects, right? And now, when it comes to somebody that may be more Christian, that doesn't mean they can't connect. That doesn't mean that they can't yoni steam. That doesn't mean that they can't have an incense. An incense is kind of like a resin that you burn, but that resin has a certain energy, right? A lot of times, incense, the energy is for cleansing. That's literally it. But then if you're like, hey, I want to cleanse. So if you're like, hey, I burn this incense in the name of Jesus Christ, let the blood of Jesus Christ cleanse this area. And that's your intention while you're speaking into that incense, because again, your words have power, right?
Right.
You light the incense and boom, now you cleansing, but you know it's from the intention of what it is that you believe in. And so when it comes to Christians or anybody else of any kind of religion or spiritual practice, I always say this: do what works for you. But again, it is your intention at the end of the day. So if you want to do something in the name of that person or that being or that spirit, and for you, if that's Jesus, then do it. For me, connecting and still honoring our own power, though, because again, it's like connecting back to nature. All this stuff is coming from nature. That resin is coming from some tree sap. The earth is coming from the dirt. Like all of that has an energy. So if I were to, like, if I had basil, which is a really good cleanser of negative energy, and I take my spiritual bath, just mixing the basil with the water, I pray into it, and then I wash myself, that was a spiritual bath, and that was a cleanse.
Right.
Basil, which has been known to be a spiritual cleanser, right? But then again, I can connect it back. Well, who created the earth? Who created the land? And if I was Christian, I was saying, oh, God did this.
Yes.
This is from God. There's no disconnection. For me, it's about relating it to what makes you feel good. And if that makes you feel good and that is how you connect, then that's just what it is. That doesn't mean you can't dibble and dabble in new things and new experiences and new knowledge. You just have to connect it back with what's going to feel good for you in your spirit. And if that feels good for you in your spirit, then that's what I would recommend. Because for me, it's like, and I get it. Like, I grew up Christian, but that's just not something that resonated with me. But I understand how a lot of things have been demonized. A lot of things, oh, don't mess with that. That's the devil. No, don't mess with that. You're going to hell. Again, no, that's fear.
Yeah.
And for you, if you're a person believing in Jesus Christ and God, that's not how we operate. We don't operate in fear.
At all.
So my thing is, if that is the spirit that you believe in, and you understand that that spirit is what covers you, then again, with all good intention, pray over whatever it is that you're doing in whose ever name for you to feel okay.
Yeah.
That's what I would say to connect.
I think that's very important. And I wanted to pull out some of the similarities for people who are like myself. One of the things that you've talked about multiple times so far is speaking your intentions.
Yeah.
And the Bible tells us life and death is in the power of the tongue. And I tell people that all the time. Like, if somebody may say something like in a joking manner, I'll be like, don't speak that over me. Because I do believe in the power of words. I do believe in the power of spiritual transfers and things like that. Me personally, I don't even watch like scary movies or, like horror films or anything like that, because I believe in energy transfers, even through movies. There's certain things that I won't watch. There's certain things I won't listen to, because regardless of what it is, there's going to be an energy transfer. And so I think even the education on that piece of understanding what.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I can hear you. No, I put my phone on do not disturb, but that don't mean Instagram is on do not disturb, because I still see my Instagram notifications. Yeah. I can hear you, but I don't know why they can't hear you. I can hear you though. Try to turn up your volume. Maybe that will help. I'm not sure. Maybe something happened when you something. Okay, so this is my suggestion. If you do log out, save this live, save it, and then we can restart and I'll join back in. But try to fix it. But if we can't fix it, that's an option. Okay. Okay, cool. I'll do that.